Welcome to Superhuman Customs. I'm Stephen Human. We are going to customize something a little bit out of the ordinary today. So I got this, I believe his name is Dawnbreaker. He's an evil Batman from the multiverse. I got the Hal Jordan 2-pack months ago, and I customized the Hal Jordan, made him a much more metallic green. This guy came with him, and I was like, I have no idea what to do with this guy. He's got a very detailed buck, but so it can't be used for anything too specific. So I was just kind of like, I have no idea what to do. And then I found this chair. This chair came with the Lex Luthor that looked like Darkseid, and I sat him in it, and I thought, you know what? This guy would make a pretty cool Metron, one of the new gods. So we're not only going to customize the figure and make him Metron, but we're going to customize the chair as well. So this can be the Mobius chair, and he can sit there, and I'm going to see if I can find a way to make it float. I don't know, but we're going to have a lot of fun. So let's jump right in and make ourselves Mobius chair and Metron. All right, Metron does not have these weird things. So we're just going to cut them off. And I'm going to keep the tank and stuff back here, but just these ones that kind of go to his neck, we're going to get rid of. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of glue right here to his lips, and we're going to put some milliput in there so that he doesn't have the sneer. I want him to kind of have just more of a normal face with Metron, so that's what we're going to do. Now what I want to do before I do anything else is I kind of want to see how his face is going to turn out. Now that I've got the lips, that they're dried, I want to make sure that it's not looking like he's got a sneer. I want him to look like he's just got a face. And so normally I would put this till the end, but I just need to see how it's going to look. And I think it's working. I'll go through with, a wash later, a brown wash, and we'll do his lips and stuff, but I think that's okay. He doesn't look like he has a sneer. He looks like he's got just a mouth. That's good. I'll take it. So I've mixed up some resin, and what we're going to do is we're going to basically glue in place, or resin in place, a washer on his chest, because he has he generally has a circle symbol on his chest. So we'll just resin that in place, and then we're going to take this right here, and we're going to resin that, and then we're going to resin these stands as well. So we all have 10,000 stands, and this way we can actually put them to good use. Just put a little bit of resin on here, as much as I can, and then I'm going to stick it like this, and it'll take about 5 minutes to dry. There we go. All right, not bad. Metron on the Mobius chair. Let's spray paint him. Keep moving. This is going to look so cool. I've added a few things, another circle here, and a few things just to help the Mobius chair be a little bit more Mobius-like. Now, the thing about the Mobius chair is that it's been drawn and colored in many different ways over the decades. Most of the time it's a green. And so I'm going to do just a metallic green, my pearls, standard stuff that I use on the Green Lanterns. And I think that's all I'm going to do, because I want this to be darker. And so I'm just going to take this and move it around, and we're going to make this chair just a nice green and have it be that the details of everything else come across. Now when it comes here to the circle, I'm going to go at an angle across, and I'm going to try and keep that same angle so that at the end of the day it looks like it's a brushed metal. And I'm not sure what to do with all of the details, because sometimes this circle is shown as glowing, sometimes it's just a circle. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do just yet, but you guys will be the first to know once I figure it out. What I'm going to do here with some of these details is I'm going to add some glow-in-the-dark paint, because they always have glowing stuff on the Mobius chair, and it's usually a lighter shade of green, and this will work out just perfect. So that's what we're going to do on these little details, just to add some life to this Mobius chair. While that's drying, what we're going to do on Metron here is that most of the time he's shown as a dark blue with lighter blue highlights. So we're going to go over the black with my metallic blue, and we're going to go nice and light, just to give him that look. And I'm going to use as little paint as possible in order to pull this off, so that we can really hold on to that darkness. That's what we want. He's usually shown as very dark. And see, if we're moving around like this, I think it's going to work really, really nicely. So just get a little bit of paint, move it all around, and you will get the look that you want, where he's got the blue, but he's very dark. And then just continue throughout the entire figure. So what I'm going to do with these other areas is I'm going to first go over with silver and then with the blue, so that it will be lighter. So we'll have the lighter sections, and maybe we'll keep them silver. I don't know. Right now I'm just kind of moving through with what I think is going to look best, and that means we got to silver all this up and down here and all that good stuff. So that's just what I'm going to do. Everything that I want to be the lighter blue, and cover it with silver first, so that we'll have that look. I'm liking the silver, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a red dot here, because sometimes he's got a red dot in his chest, and I'm going to use, dang it, that did not turn out the way that I wanted. Well, okay, well I want to use this, the neon red, but it got more all over, so I'm going to have to think about this for a second. All right, I was able to get the red figured out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some fabric paint on him as well, because Metron usually is shown with having like some light up areas here that go up and like some dots. You know, I mean, Kirby was famous for his dots and lines, and since he was the creator of this guy, so we're just going to go through and add a few things like this, just wherever I think is appropriate, because there are many different versions of Metron, and you can make it however you want. And you're hearing my daughters in the background, I'm sure, just talking and laughing, and I would rather them laughing than yelling at each other. So we're just going to let it go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of brown game wash, and I'm going to go over just his face a little bit, get some on his lips, add just some little highlights here, just really lightly, so that we're able to just give his face a little bit of personality. Again, not much, and I'll dust it off and wipe it off with some water, and then that'll even deaden it a little bit, you know, allow you to move it around. You don't want to do too much, but you do want there to be some life in the face. What I did here, I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I just experimented with some spray paint. So I had that lighter greenish blue that I used on the Dr. Manhattan. I sprayed it, and then I did a little bit of white, and it has given this area a little bit more personality than what it originally had, and so I'm really happy that I did this. And now let's go ahead and finish up the figure. I'm going to take a little bit of the standard black game wash now, and I want to highlight around some of these light up areas, you know, the areas that I used with the fabric paint, in order to make them stand out a little bit. I thought about using black paint, but this way I think we can get a nice light coat, and it can get in some of these other areas, and then we can, if need be, we can go over with some silver to touch it up. But I just want to add a little bit more life to this guy, and then I think we're going to be done. And Metron, a character that you're not likely to find a lot of figures of. I know there was one from DC Universe Classics, and I'm sure that eventually McFarlane will get to this guy. He's gotten to everybody else. I mean, half the people that I've done that were original at the time have now come out, and there's actual toys you can buy of them. So I wouldn't put it past him that he's going to do a Metron and the Mobius chair and the whole thing. But I dig this guy. It's mine. I was able to put all these pieces together, paint them up, use a Dawnbreaker figure that I never would have used for anything. He would have ended up in a drawer, and now he can go on display. And that's the fun of doing this, is that I can take these figures that are just meaningless to me, and I can turn them into something that is original, that is mine, and that I can enjoy
forever. I'm gonna put him up there on the shelf next to Darkseid, maybe see if I can get him so that there's something elevating him so it looks like he's flying, and just have a good time. Thank you everyone for watching. Leave your comments, give me tips, and I hope that you're doing this too, that you're finding these figures, finding cheap ones on clearance and just playing around and enjoying yourselves. That's all I'm doing. I'm Stephen Human. Check out stephenhuman.com for all of my novels, and check out quimbleys.com for all of your board game and RPG D&D needs. See you guys next week.